Hello, and welcome to Cannabis Conundrum, Weeding Among the Hazy Legal Ethics Lines. This course explores the entrepreneurial cannabis industry that requires legal assistance just like any other growing innovative business sector, however, does not resemble other evolving business areas. Why not? Because unlike many other evolving and innovative businesses, cannabis remains a designated controlled substance, I should say an illegal controlled substance under the federal government. The states have enacted a patchwork garden of cannabis statutes, regulations, and ethics opinions to legalize cannabis for medical purposes, and in some places for both medical and recreational purposes, while the federal government has not moved cannabis off the controlled substance list. So what's a lawyer to do? There's all types of legal ethics questions that we're going to explore for lawyers who are interested in being involved in the cannabis business or just understanding how the legal ethics rules play out in a situation where you have federalism, meaning federal statutes trumping state statutes, but yet them both coexisting at the moment. One of the best ways to explore this is to start with understanding some historical context of the place of marijuana or cannabis in the history of the United States and its regulation in the United States. So if we go back to the mid-19th century, in other words, the 1800s, we'll find that marijuana is listed in the U.S. Pharmacopoeia, which was a list of recognized beneficial medicinal properties for various medicines that physicians used. And it stayed there until 1936. And in 1936, it became involved, or associated rather, with violent crime. This led to Congress passing the 1937 Marijuana Tax Act. So this act didn't make marijuana illegal, and it was way before the Controlled Substances Act, but it imposed registration and reporting requirements and along with taxes on sellers, growers, buyers, and it removed marijuana from Pharmacopoeia, that registrar of accepted medicines. So this became, again, it didn't outright ban marijuana, but it made it extremely difficult to participate in the industry. And eventually, it took 30 years. In 1968, this particular statute was declared unconstitutional. And the declaration of it being unconstitutional had to do with the right to avoid self-incrimination and the reporting requirement. So it really didn't address the properties of the drug itself. But that was to happen shortly thereafter when President Nixon's administration declared the war on drugs in 1970 and Congress passed the Controlled Substance Act.